Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Make It Make Sense event. I am your hostess, Jennifer Givens. We are excited to be here with you tonight. If you are not able to chat with us in the comments, I'm going to go ahead and call that out now because we will have 2 live giveaways during this event. And you can only be entered to win if you can comment in our chat bar here. So if you, for some reason, if you can't see the chat, it may be because you clicked on it through Facebook. That's a potential. You can always go to YouTube and search for the event name. You can search for my name page, put the event link back in there. Ask for help from whomever invited you here. I'm sure they'd be happy to help you because they want to get you entered to win as well. So pay attention because you will need some of the details from the event to be able to be entered to win our grand prize giveaway of 150 Neora dollars. Basically, it will be a reimbursement of up to that amount for whatever you choose to use it on. So make sure you stay on till the end for that. And if you wanted to comment who invited you as well in the chat, I'm sure they're probably looking for you and they want to find you and make sure you found your way into our event. So I'll be sharing some things on the screen with you, and it's just kind of laid back and casual. It's really just a peek into how we can make it make sense and give you a holiday plan to save some money, possibly earn some money, and some stories to connect it all along the way. So really quickly before we get started, as I said, my name is Jennifer Gibbons, and I have been a part of Neora for 12 years. So that is who is putting this on tonight. And we just wanted to give you a little bit of insight and tips into the holiday season and kind of some tips for saving money. And then also with some exciting announcements that we have inside of Neora, some ways that you could be earning $2,300 prior to Christmas or, the holidays, and really $13,300 between now and next year at this time minimum. So we want to tell you a little bit about that tonight as well, because guess what? And I recognize not everyone celebrates different holidays, but Christmas is only 63 days away, you guys. 63 days away. I almost died when I asked Siri that. It's, is anyone else somewhere in between like this mild panic and also like pure denial? I mean, you guys, I'm literally at a beach. Like I went on a whim Wednesday to a beach, and I'm at a beach in the 90-degree, or I don't know, it feels like 90, it's probably 80-degree sunshine. I am definitely not thinking about Christmas shopping or a list, right? And for so many of us, the holidays are equal parts, joy and also equal parts pressure, whether it's that you're wanting to give, wanting to serve, while trying not to overgive, but already working from a budget that maybe feels tight just to go to the dang grocery store anymore, more or less add on extra expenses like holiday gifts, right? And here's something that's really, wild is a good word, I guess we can say, but really, it's so sad to me, and I know what these statistics do to people and what it does to you at night and what it does when you wake up in the middle of the night. And here are these statistics for Americans. Now, if you're tuning in from Canada or Australia or Mexico or wherever, I am sorry that I don't know stats from all the other countries, but 65% of Americans say that their biggest source of stress during the holidays is money. And I feel like that's like a total, catch-22 there. Like, it's supposed to be like the most joyous, magical time of the year where you're celebrating something amazing. And 65% of Americans are stressing out about money, which feels like it takes away the joy, right? And nearly half of Americans expect to go in debt to cover the season. And I would tell you that, prior to finding another stream of income, I guess what we did was actually put it on a credit card and then pay it off over the course of the next month, right? Which by very essence is putting ourselves in debt. And that was kind of how we did it. And then 1 in 3 people have less than $100 in their savings account right now. Less than $100. That means a tire, if your tire blows, you don't have enough money to cover that. I wouldn't even have enough money to cover, that wouldn't be enough to cover my oil change. If you have to go to the doctor, if you have a hospital copay, if you have, there are so many things that are beyond $100, some school fees, some sport fees, some whatever, right? Those are natural, normal parts of life. And then you're adding holiday joy, but holiday expenses on top of it. So, and that's not poor planning, you guys. This is just real life that happens now, and it happens fast, and it happens to most people, clearly, by these statistics. So tonight we're going to flip the script a little bit. We're going to turn around our holiday panic into a little bit of a holiday payoff. And part of this, and so this first section, I want you to note the letter S. And this is for save smarter. Okay. So, and I'm not going to be over here preaching to you guys about saving money and that I'm the best at it. I'm not. But what I am the best at is the slight edge philosophy. And that is something that is rooted in Neora's company as a slight edge philosophy. The best-selling author of it, Jeff Olson, is our co-CEO and co-founder. And really that is these little small decisions over time compoundingly have a bigger effect on your life, whether it's good or bad, right? So these little things that I'm going to go over, you might be like, wow, Jen, riveting, you earth-shattering news here, but I want you to think about it. They're all little things. But if you collectively compound these little things, they equate to bigger things. So before we talk about earning more or some stories of people who use this to earn more, we have to talk about keeping more too, because that is just as equally as effective in your holiday stress when it's relating to money. Is not just that you're going to be acquiring these new expenses, but also that you don't want to be adding more or basically spending money frivolously because of lack of planning or lack of intentionality. So some practical money smart tips, which I actually did create as something so you have to look at my face. So here, we'll throw this up. Except for I don't know what happened to the words. So sorry about that. Might not even help you. So plan your meals more through the season, so you're not spending on excess meals. Plan meals for things that can deliver you leftovers. Like you might be like, are we for real talking about planning meals and leftovers? Yes, we are, because food is very expensive. It's an expense that you might be like, oh, well, we'll just eat out once. And it's $65 minimum nowadays, if not 100, depending on the size of your family. Well, you do that every week throughout the whole entire holiday season, and now you've blown through $500, $600 in a blink of an eye, right? So having a little bit of that planning. So using anything as simple as Pinterest, use ChatGPT and pull it up and say, these are the groceries I have in my house. Help me come up with a plan this week for meals from that. Say this is my budget and these are my whatever. Give me a meal for the week. Like it's too easy, you guys, now to not use some kind of planning like that to be able to plan a little bit in advance so that you're not rushing and going out and spending lots of money on takeout. And then there's just other little things like that. So, splitting your holiday budget into weekly chunks. So if you know your main people you're buying gifts for, well, you need to make the decision. How much are you spending? Like that's not a decision we love to make necessarily, but it is important to do that out of the gate, because then you can break it down. You can collectively know how much money do I need through this season. It's going to make you possibly want to hyperventilate. Maybe it's going to make you reevaluate something, right? But it's really necessary to stay in control. So you're making this list, you know what you have. You can say, okay, well, I need this much each week to contribute to that. And you can break it down that way because it might be easier for your brain to process. You can open up separate holiday accounts where really you're putting the money that's set aside for holiday spending and putting it in a separate account so that it's not, intermingled into everything else, or you don't accidentally spend it on Starbucks and forget that was part of your holiday budget, putting yourself more into debt. Stack any cashback apps. So Rakuten, Honey, Ibotta Upside. And side note, if you are a Neora preferred customer or a Neora brand partner, we also have something called Neora Perks that you can add as an extension as well. And it's just another money saving app on top of all the other ones that you can add to your search bar. So does anybody use anything like that? Have you gotten those checks back? They just get deposited into your almost said your YouTube, what? Your PayPal account, right? Like those things are worth it. It's worth it to put on this little extension on your thing. And then it's like, oh, I found a coupon code for you. And then you don't even have to spend all your time searching for the coupon codes, guys. um, Also, you can track your spending. I personally really like using the gift list app. People like their own version of that, but in that one, you can go ahead and put in the people you need to buy for, put in the budget per person, and then it keeps up with how well you're doing in that budget. It's going to tell you how much you've spent, if your gifts are ordered, an idea, shipped, wrapped, and then also it gives you a total, which is a little humbling at times to look at that total, right? And then my last little ones are using Giftly or having other people use Giftly, which is an app where people can add their own like gift list on there, and then it's directly linked, so you can purchase it directly from there. And so that allows you to choose something, but choosing things within budget. And then another big tip with that. So how many people do this? You add something to your cart and then you leave it there. Because most of the time within 24 hours, they'll be like, oopsie, you left something behind in your cart. And they might hand you a coupon code, right? And then last but not least, doing a little family swap so that you're not gifting every single person at that event, but that everyone's just picking and choosing one person. So all of these are silly, like seemingly small ways to help you save. I wasn't even looking at my own slide. So I just remembered. Look, with the experiences and gift card deals. So a lot of times, especially restaurants, but they will do like buy $100 in gift cards, get $50 free. So you can actually, if you're increasing the amount, you can knock out several gifts and end up getting people a lot more in gift cards than what you actually paid for the gift cards. And then within, I'm going to go over a little bit of like, later when I talk about a little bit of Neora stuff, just like some ways that you can pull products from you're setting up a holiday shop and use that to go along with like gift experiences too. So, okay, that was a lot of little tidbit works for how you can save, some money or, keep up with your budgeting during the holiday season. Yes, Christina, definitely share any of your own tips that you found here, ways that you can save time, money, be more intentional with the spending, etc. Be sure to share it with your friends here. Okay, so a quick little break from the info. I'm going to give you a tiny bit more info, and then we're going to go a little bit more into the story time. But I want to do a little quick giveaway for just being on here tonight. So whomever invited you here probably really thinks that you either they've heard something that you said, or they think you would really be good at what we do, or they think it would add value to your life in some way. And so we appreciate you being here and spending your time with us tonight. We hope you get a little bit of value out of it, of course, but also I like to throw in some free things just to say thank you for getting on live with us. So drop whatever your favorite emoji is in the chat. And this is obviously for our guest only. And then if you want to tell me one thing you're saving for this season, or you might be like, holy crap, I haven't thought about saving. I'm just thinking about everything I'm going to be spending. Whatever is accurate, you can throw it in the chat, but make sure you throw out your favorite emoji or whatever emoji you see first. No one's going to judge it. So you can be entered to win a free Amazon gift card that you can then use to holiday shop for people, right? Okay, so moving on to our next letter that you're going to want to jot down on the paper is H. So H for now, we're going to stand for hope here, because nothing brings hope for the season like having a plan, right? So this plan is simple, it's flexible, it's fun, because here is the reality of those stats that we just saw. With all of that we talked about, and it being the biggest stressor, and people knowingly, half of Americans are going to go into debt because of it, right? The reality too, though, is that Americans are projected to spend over $960 billion this holiday season. $960 billion this holiday season. And people are already spending, right? They're already spending. We know the Black Friday deals start earlier and earlier, and everything starts earlier, and everybody starts shopping earlier, and all the stuff comes out earlier. right? People are already spending. And so the question is, where is the money going to go? This is, what's really interesting is that 38% of people say they'd love to buy from a friend if they knew what that friend offered. So we have what we refer to as holiday shops. When you're a Neora brand partner, you have the ability to open up a holiday shop. So it can be a virtual holiday shop. You can do things in person with your holiday shop. You can do it all through social media, however you see fit for your life. But it's a way for people to shop intentionally. They get to support someone that they know, you, and then even they can check off their own list, or you can check off your own list in creating your holiday shop. And so we just wanted to share, because they really have an exciting time in Neora, that the opportunity for this bonus ends this month, but we have something right now where you can actually have the ability to earn an additional $58,900 in bonuses over the course of the next year, should you start a holiday shop or a Neora brand partner account this month, right? So in addition to that, they have a way that you can always earn $1,000 every month on the same existing business. So with that bonus and that normal way that we already know that you can make money, you could actually make $2,300 on the block or the sheet. The activities that normally would make you a minimum of 1,000 right now are going to make you a minimum of 2,300. And so if you started your holiday shop today and completed that task by the end of October, you would have that $2,300 minimum paid out to you on November 15th. If you do that over the course, you start your holiday shop, and by the end of November, you do that, you will get that by December 15th. That is prior to your holiday bills coming in, right? If you did it for the first time in December, then you would, if you started this month and you did it for the first time in December, it would pay out to you on January 15th. But here's a fun fact. You do it month after month, and that is a minimum of $1,000. So here's how simple we can make this for you. How could you earn $3,300 in the next 2 months, $13,300 minimum by the end of the next calendar year? It's simply this: you would have $1,500 in sales. So literally, and I'm going to just blast through real quick why that would be simple. But that would be something like selling a neo filler, which is the first of its kind, only plant-based alternative to toxins, fillers, and biostimulators, right? No other product exists like it, not a single one. There's not a competing product on the market. You could sell 5 of those and 4 of our Fill Lift Glow set, which is our skincare with that alongside of that. You could do that and have 3 friends do the same thing. That would be the $2,300. And if everyone did that, if the same people purchase those same things month after month, you would earn an extra $1,000 month after month after month. So it really is an opportune time to take advantage of something that's already there for you, but at a time when they're offering you an additional, hugely additional monetary value to doing it now and taking advantage of opening your holiday shop now. So like I said, what's interesting is 38% of people say they like to buy from a friend. So that's where this holiday shop comes in, right? And so you're looking at those real numbers, you're maintaining that, and you're adding another $1,000 a month. That's $13,300 minimum by next Christmas. And then one of my favorite parts is that that holiday shop literally doubles as that holiday shopping list. So what do I mean by this? I mean that you are, let me walk through really quickly how it's simple for you to get customers and get those $1,500 worth of sales. Ready? Because all of our products work. This is our newest product that nothing exists like it on the market. Look at these results. 100% of people had results in 90 days. Results with our skincare. Results with our hair care, results with our lash serum, results with our body firming at-home contouring cream, results with our Neora Fit fitness line and wellness line. The products work. They're amazing. They're exclusive. They're custom formulated. They're multifaceted. So one product does many things, right? They are all in high demand. But what happens is when you get started as a brand partner and you start your own holiday shop, which you can then continue on going throughout the year as an additional stream of income, you get access to these these packs here. These packs are giving you the best value for you being able to start your own business and being able to utilize the products along the way. Well, right now, in addition to all the amazing things going on, they also knocked money off of these. And so you can get up to $100. This one's $100 off, $50 off, $20 off those right now. You can add on our full size lash and save $100. You can add it on for 15. You can save like 50 something, $54 on our protein powder, which is a plant-based vegan protein powder that has amazing amino acid profile similar to animal protein. Like, those are all things available to you. But guess what I see in my brain? Creative gifting ideas for you. So all these starter packs are going to have these products in them that you can use yourself and you can add on as gifts. But you can use these things as gifts. These are all highly desirable products that you can now start yourself a holiday shop and start offering all these products to people, but also get the results yourself and also gift to lots of people in your life at a crazy, insane value. Skincare sets for your mom or your sister, wellness for your best friend, lash serum for your teenager or your college girlfriend of your son, or hair care and sleep juice for your spouse. Like, literally, you can bundle it into experiences. Something that I thought about was, if you have a gift, if you know someone's going on spring break, right? Like, if you have I was thinking of my niece who's going on senior spring break. That's literally where the idea came from. But it's like, if you put an Invisiblock sunscreen, which we all use on the beach because it's amazing and it's a skin perfector, right? You throw that in with a beach towel and a beach bag or something else, and now you have a cute little experience gift. You put some sleep shoes and some fuzzy socks with a little fuzzy blanket, and now you have a cute little cozy gift, right? So you can break it down where you're starting something for yourself, but you're also utilizing it in a smart way of savings for you to get results, you to offer gifts for other people. And like I said, through the end of this month, you can get access to those bonus money, those extra bonus money. You can get access to the extra savings off of these packs that you would choose. And you also would get access to that $15 add-on product there. So that is why we call it a payoff plan. This isn't just about trying to save you money. It's about making your money work for you, right? And before you think, like, I could never do that. Well, I'll tell you, I thought the same thing. I'm a nurse by trade. I thought that this is just the truth. And I can say this because I've been doing this industry for 12 years now. I thought this industry was filled with like men who were like car salesmen, pitchy type people, and like my grandma, like grandmas who had a closet full of product. Like, that was my idea and concept of this. That's not how it is here. Okay. We have professionals. We have literally every career type you could think of type person here. We have part-time, we have spare time, we have full-time people, we have career type people, we have physicians who do this, attorneys who do this, people who find ways to utilize this in a way to benefit their life, whether it is directly to their life or in a way that they use it to give back, right? For you guys, we're talking about how you can use it to actually benefit your life. So what I have is 3 people who are going to share a little more just about really any of probably the things that you're thinking or could have been thinking, and kind of how they ended up here and what they have found through being here. And really, you could think of it as something as simple as starting a holiday shop and how it could bring you joy, gifts, and blessings throughout the whole year. So first, I am going to bring to the stage my friend Megan Donner. You guys will love her. She is no pressure. She is so genuine, down to earth, has a literal heart of gold, a brain of a genius. She is a strategist. She is a smart businesswoman. But most importantly, she's a mama. And so I shouldn't say most importantly, that is not what I meant at all. They are all equally important parts of you. But I mean, I know to you, that is the reason why you do it all. That's why I said it that way. So Megan is going to share a little more with you guys about kind of her experience in having something like this alongside of everything else in her life, and why she thinks it is an incredible idea. Don't you, Meg? Okay. I'm going to let Megan talk.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for inviting me to speak tonight. I'm so excited to be a part of this event, and I actually didn't prepare anything. I figured, you know what, I'm going to speak from the heart and if it just helps even one person, then, I've done my job here. But so a little bit on me. I have been in the industry for about 15 years now. I also, alongside of that, had been a med spa director. And so I'm like a glutton for punishment. I love to just pile a lot of responsibility on my plate. So I was running a med spa, and then I've always had something on the side. And then the something on the side ended up turning into something really big. And then I ended up having my son. And the second I laid eyes on him, I knew I wanted to be home with him. And the company I'd been with them for about 7 years, and it afforded me to do that. It was an incredible opportunity. But then, life happens, things changed. I found myself as a newly single mom. I, during that time, fell out of alignment with my business, and that had been my main source of income. There's my little guy right there on his first day of first grade this year. And I then all of a sudden felt this, just this urge to find realignment. How many of you have maybe felt that way at some point in your life before, right? And I couldn't pinpoint it. I couldn't really figure out exactly what it was, but I just felt like I needed a change. And I ended up making a very bold decision to leave my massive business that I had built to what I thought was a better opportunity. And only for my leaders there to leave that company 2 months later. And I had just forfeited all of my income in the hopes of it being just a much better opportunity. So all that to say, I needed to give you the background so you can appreciate why I'm here now and why I appreciate Neora so much. But that obviously really offset things for me. I was in a point where I'm like, okay, I just forfeited my entire income. I was lucky enough and still lucky enough to have a lot of savings from, having worked really hard for almost 7 years with that business and from my career as a med spa director. But I also, just as a single parent on a single income, I was like, okay, I don't want to just be living on my savings. I just, I have plans for those things, investments, things for my son set up. Long story long, I set off on this quest to research the daylights out of companies. And that's why I wanted to share the story with you and kind of take you along on the journey, because I did a lot of homework when I was looking into where I wanted to go. I wanted somewhere that was stable. I knew, having been in the med spa industry myself, that women will pay money to feel good, to preserve their youth, anti-aging. So I already knew the market, right? And it wasn't until I happened to see the person that enrolled me, she posted about neofiller. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is such a huge opportunity. I couldn't sleep after I learned about the opportunity and, did kind of a nosedive, researching all about neofiller and talking with Jennifer and Katie and Michelle. And, but I almost didn't want to fall in love with it because I was so afraid to jump into anything recklessly. I had to really be mindful, and I wanted this to be, I'm someone that, I stick and stay. I'm not a company hopper, and I really wanted this to be my last legacy build. And so I kept using the products, and I was noticing my skin just like this radiant glow. And now, mind you, having been a former med spa director, I had my hands at, all the way up through medical grade skincare and non-invasive skincare services. And so I've seen and tried it all. And I cannot believe what the skincare has done for my skin and the collagen. And I'm like, okay, I'm falling in love. It's hard not to see what we have here. It's hard not to fall in love with the products. But as Jennifer and Michelle and Katie all knew, I was just really trigger shy. But I'll tell you that Katie had said something to me when I was just like, guys, I'm having PTSD. I had already made a decision that I thought was a good one that wasn't. And Katie had said to me, take one faith-filled step. And so I thought it was kind of, ironic that Jennifer had just shared the H and said, hope. And because if I can spread anything tonight, it's belief and hope. And you are allowed to reinvent yourself at any time. And I'm so grateful that I took that leap of faith, because it's ended up being the best decision I could have possibly made. I can't even wrap my head around what's happened in a very short time here for myself and for my team. And being able to go into the holiday season as a single parent and just be able to feel such a sigh of relief, not having any type of financial burden, not wondering how I'm going to make it for my son. Just knowing that everything is okay. But I just challenge you, that any of you that are maybe looking into this opportunity and you're thinking about it, I just want to breathe a little bit of hope and vitality into you, because especially with the Future Leader Bonus program that we have here, and then the promos that we have going on the starter kits right now, it's almost a no-brainer. And so I just wanted to share a little bit of my story with you, and I hope that that encourages you a little bit. If you need to borrow some of my belief, and in the meantime, please do. And my inbox is always open too. I'm on Facebook as Megan Donner, so if you ever wanted to reach out and swap stories, but hopefully that inspires you. And again, thank you, Jennifer, for inviting me on to tonight's event. Muted.
It just clicked in my head that you said
Muted.
I'm like, sorry about that. Sorry. I think I do need to though. Hold on. There we go. Because I could hear you coming through the thing. Anyway, so sorry. I wanted to say that I love hearing your story. I love for people to hear that you can come from whatever type of life. If it's more of the decision and the desire to either want something different, want something more, want options, want less stress, want easier sleep at night, whatever it is that leads you here. You can work full-time works her booty off running a massive team in her career, full-time mother, and then also weaving this into all of that, creating additional income for her family and for her own holiday expenses herself. So thank you so much for sharing all that with us, Megan. I love hearing from, my favorite thing is, and I'm sure that you guys are probably not like me, but I could listen to stories for days of different people and different ways that this has impacted their life, because I feel like there's so much power in hearing a story if you see yourself in that story. And that's what happened to me. Was someone said they were able to pay for private school tuition, and I was like, I'm sorry, what? I want to pay for private school tuition. So, sometimes it just takes hearing a little bit of you and someone else's story to know that this is for you and maybe something that is pulling you for a reason. Okay, back to the fun real quick. Let's give our Amazon gift card winner. Let Michelle is our prize keeper. Oh, okay. Michelle is going to share with it. Michelle, I'm adding you to the stage. She's going to share with us, hi, our Amazon gift card winner. Wait, I can't hear you. Can other people hear Michelle? Is it just me? Well, you're not talking, so maybe no one can hear you. Say something. Okay, I can't hear you, but can other people hear Michelle? Nope. All right. Well, you might just have to text me the winner. I don't know why your microphone's not working. Microphone checker. All right, no, that's not working. All right. Sorry, Michelle's going to text me the winner. At least we'll have the live text. It hasn't come through yet. Oh my goodness. Did you text me a name, for the love of all things holy? Okay. Sandra Santiago, you are our, thank you, Michelle. You are our Amazon gift card winner. So congratulations. I'm going to pull up a slide at the very end that gives you an email that you can email and to claim your prize. Okay, so next up, I am going to bring on someone I did not know before, but she is definitely one of my dear friends, so it's hard to not introduce her that way. She's been a stylist for years. She added this on as a second stream of income a long, long time ago. It's resulted to travel, friendships, all kinds of things. I'm going to let her tell her story. Please welcome to our Make It Make Sense event, Miss Tracy Sams.
Hi, can you hear me? When Jennifer asked me this morning if I would come on and do this, I was like, sure, but I teach a high intensity class at the gym on Thursday nights. So hence I'm sweaty, but that is one perk of that New York has allowed me to do. It's allowed me to work out while doing hair. And so, and then we have good skin after from the skincare. So you don't care to come on with no makeup and, all the things. But my name is Tracy. My dog is over here driving me crazy, but I have done hair for 28 years. I was 27 full years behind the chair, and I just switched into a cosmetology inspector last year in the state of Kentucky. So I've done that for a year now, but I've been with New York for 11 years. And so when you back up 11 years ago, right before I started in August 11 years ago, and my daughter had just graduated high school. I was a single parent, and she had a 7-month-old baby boy. She had him while her senior year of high school, and he is a blessing to us. I'm a person that don't look at anything as mistakes. There is a reason for everything, and he has and always been a blessing to us. But with that being said, I was a single mom, and I had one income doing hair, and I was a blessed hairdresser at that. But I got sent a bottle of night cream. Back then, that's all we had was night cream, and from a person that I didn't even know. And about a week after I had the bottle, she called me and she said, how are you liking the night cream? And I said, well, I'm going to be real honest. I said, I have not tried it. I said, but you sent it to me, and I promise you I'll start tonight. So I'm a person of my word. And so that night I washed my face, because I was somebody that didn't even wash their face at night. I just was tired from working. I worked long hours. And fast forward about a week and a half into it, I told my mom, I said, this is doing something to my face. So I took a picture, and I knew that it was something that I couldn't add on the expense of, because I had my daughter and a 7-month-old baby at my house. And so I told mom, I said, I think I'm going to try to sell it, because she told me if you sell it, you can earn it free. And I said, surely, I said, I can earn it free. And so my mom was like, Tracy, you don't even push your hair products. And I said, but I can do this. I can do this. So I invested with a $500 kit back then, and just started using it, started telling my clients about it. Well, fast forward a little bit, 7 months into me selling it, I had earned my car bonus, and many months, and this is my story, but many months, what I was making from New York was matching or more than what I was doing hair. So I almost get emotional talking about that, thinking about that, because my dog's going crazy. But anyway, my daughter was in college, so it was me trying to provide for her and provide for Bryson, and so just things we do as a mother. And then once she got a little bigger and life got, I know Trixie does not like it, Michelle, but the things that New York has done for me, you fast forward into life when Michaela got married, and and got moved out, and I worked, but it led me into being able to work out, because while I was doing hair, I worked out in the mornings. And if you're self-employed, then you know that if you're not working, you're making zero money. And so it allowed me to be able to leave in the mornings. I worked out 3 mornings a week, and I would go in late for work, but I didn't stress because I had the money coming in from Neora to make up for the difference. And it allowed me to travel in ways when I couldn't, because you fall back on to, once again, if I left for a week's vacation, that was zero money that I had coming in from my job, but I had Neora income to allow me to travel. And the friends, some of my truly very good friends that know a lot about my life, and if I'm hurting, I can talk to them, and they're true friends that I have met through this company. And I tell people all the time, if you think you don't have time, if you have time to scroll on Facebook, you truly have time to run this business. And I told somebody one time, if the only time that you have to make a post is when you're sitting on the potty, then make it when you're sitting on the potty, because it is truly worth it's truly worth it. And that's what I got, Jim.
On the potty. That's what I took away. We all know we all visit the potty. That is one commonality, and I love uniting us all in our basic commonalities. I'm teasing you. Thank you so much. It's a joy, and I love watching somebody truly do this as a means to provide a lot of different things in your life, but it's not something that I don't feel like overtakes your life. It's just something that adds to your life, and even an escape for you, and joy at times when, you needed to get away from that new job for a minute.
Absolutely.
And be around positive people. So,
yes.
And not to mention, no one called it a holiday shop 10 years ago, but essentially what all of us did was start out similar to like starting a holiday shop, right? And then 10 years later, it kept adding to our lives in different ways that led us to still being here 10 years later, adding, financial things or whatever into products for all of us into our lives. So thank you, Tracy, for staying healthy and helping other people stay healthy and sharing your story with us tonight. Next up, if you were on our last YouTube event, you saw her story, but it is so powerful. And, I really was trying to think of who might be on here tonight, who might be somebody who's looking for something you don't even know. Or if you were like me, I was literally begging, pleading, praying for things at night, and not quite realizing what I was even asking for. I just knew what I needed and wanted for my family. Right. So, when you look at this and you look at Nikki's story, she's someone who she'll tell you her story. So, you know what? I'll just let her tell you the story. There's plenty. You don't need to hear me say it. And she was going to be on live and she couldn't, but still recorded her story to share. And I thought, you know what? It is powerful enough that I think it is one.
Everybody, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy lives to tune in tonight. I know how precious all of our time is. I'm grateful that you took the time to tune in. I am obviously not tuning in live, but I wanted the opportunity to still get to share with you all to hopefully help, inspire, motivate, guide you in a direction that can help you financially, or whatever that looks like. My name is Nikki Woodyard. I'm actually tuning in from my car. Surprise. I'm a mom of 5. I've been with Neora for a little over 10 years. And my kids now are 1, 4, 11, 17, and almost 20. So I have a whole span. We are incredibly busy. Hence the reason I'm, tuning in from my car. The 1-year-old's actually sleeping in his car seat. My 4-year-old is at preschool, so I'm waiting for her to get done to pick her up. And then the others are off at grade school, high school, and college. When I started with Neora, I was more looking at it as an opportunity to get my products for free, not have to feel guilty as a busy mom of 3 at the time. Now it's 5, and making even an extra $100 a month sounded amazing, right? I mean, an extra $1,200 a year can really benefit any of us, especially nowadays. Jennifer has shared and is sharing ways that even between now and Christmas, you can generate some very significant extra income to help relieve some of that holiday tension and holiday stress. It used to be a time of year that was so incredibly stressful for my family. Obviously, you know, when you have multiple kids, and to be honest, now my biggest stress is just figuring out what to get them and not so much the financial side of things, because I am able to use the extra income that I generate from this business as a stay-at-home mom of 5 to help pay for things like Christmas every year or our family trips and vacations. And that was not something that we ever used to be able to do, or that created large amounts of stress trying to figure out how we could afford a family vacation, stressing at Christmas time, like literally running a budget like down to the penny. So much stress around that. I am a very introverted person by nature. I battle anxiety, 5 kids in all age ranges. You don't have to be an influencer. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to know what you're doing to get started. I didn't know anything. I am definitely not an expert. I'm not an influencer. And I have been able to achieve so many things with this company just thanks to the amazing support of the people on our team and the trainings and information that are provided to us. And honestly, just by being a real, genuine, integrity-filled human being, which is really what this team and this company are all about. In the 10 years that I've been with the company, I have been able to leave my full-time job. I have earned my Lexus car bonus. I have earned 10 free trips with the company. I have been one of the top 5 in customer sales over the last 4 to 5 years. And I don't say any of that to brag whatsoever. I say it from a place of showing you that somebody super real and imperfect and down to earth, like myself, and incredibly busy, and you know, that again battles anxiety, super introverted, had never done anything like this before, that somebody like me can have amazing success. Now is an amazing time to get started with the holidays coming on and going into the new year. Everything you do counts as a tax write-off. You're opening your shop right before the holidays. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight and taking time out of your busy lives to check out this information. I have no doubt that this can be something that can not only help you short term right now during and going into the holiday season, but even long term beyond that as well, like it has done for me and my family and so many others. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, get back to the person that invited you. Feel free to get in touch with me if you have questions. And I'm excited to help you, be there cheering you on this journey. If you decide that you want to jump on board with us and take advantage of opening up your own holiday shop to make that extra income going into the holidays and beyond.
Isn't she incredible? All of these women are incredible, and so many people are incredible. And if you actually heard that, they basically pretty much all said that you could ask them questions. That isn't because they would still refer you back to who sent you here. It's because they genuinely would answer your questions because they genuinely think this is something that could serve your life, and they were willing to help you make that happen, whatever that might take. So I just wanted to point that out because I don't think that's really something that is that you get all the time, that people truly having a culture of wanting people to win and genuinely wanting to help other people. So that leads us to our last letter, which is P. So for those of you who've been on the whole time, the letters that you have collected should form a word. And if you put the word in the chat, that is your entry to win $150 in Neora basically reimbursement. So should you choose to use it to start your own holiday shop, you will get reimbursed back up to the $150. If you decide that you're going to pause on the holiday shop and wanted to get started as a customer instead, either way, the money will be yours. So you can throw it in there. We don't have much time left, so I'm going to talk about a little bit and wrap it up so we can get our shops in the comments and give Michelle's fingers enough time to get them in a prize wheel to draw our prize winner. So the last letter P is for peace, or maybe we can even make it stand for payoff tonight, because I'm really declaring for us all that we are not going to be part of that 48% of Americans that create debt for ourselves. We're going to be the kind that maybe adds some income stream, that makes smart decisions and saves money in small ways so that it isn't as big of a difference as we spend it on these upcoming expenses. And I want to highlight some of the things that Nikki said. Anything that, if whatever business, any of those packs, that those value packs that they have right now that have the additional money off, that have the free or the $15 add-on products, that would be considered a business startup cost. And so I'm not a tax expert. I am not giving you tax advice, but I will tell you that that is a business tax write-off. And as well as if you don't already have another version of a 1099 type thing, again, this is for America. And again, I am not a tax expert, nor am I giving tax advice. But being a 1099 employee of something is very advantageous to you overall as a household. And we know that the calendar year is ending, so you have time to add that onto the plate. And then remember right now, really this piece and this payoff and all the things. It's really, that's what we're all after, isn't it? This peace of mind, a peace in your finances that causes a peace in your soul, that can give you peace to knowing that you said yes to something that gives you options, that you're offering things to people that help them, that are clean ingredients, custom formulated and backed by science, right? And right now you're opening up that holiday shop by October 31st. You get to take advantage of those bonuses over the next year. You get to potentially earn that $2,300 by November 15th, or even December 15th payout, or even January 15th payout. You would also get all the training, support, strategies, materials, everything you could possibly need. We have our own onboarding system, our own systems to help support you. And so you don't have to figure out what to do. We'll hold your hand and walk you through it. It's not about adding pressure. Don't forget to get your word in the comments for your entry to win. It's not about adding pressure. It's about adding peace through possibility. And my goal tonight was for you to hear different stories, to hear the different possibilities that lie in this for you, the ones that may be relevant to your life and that spark something in your soul and that keep you awake at night. Okay, so let me pull, as Michelle grabs, I'm going to let Michelle grab the last names so we can get the drawing. I'm going to pop this up really quick so you can see this, and then we are going to draw the winner. So I just wanted to show you this, like, what do you do from here? You get back to whomever invited you here. If you want to know more about the products, they have a tool for that. If you want to if you want to talk to me or someone else that you would be a part of your support team to ask more questions, have at it. Whatever you need, we can get you more information. We can get you the image that has the different packs and what comes in them. Like, we can walk through all of that with you. I did highlight it a little bit because I wanted you to see it, but that really wasn't the intention of it tonight. The intention was for you to see the possibility of what this could be, and truly helping you save money while also potentially making it. They can help you pick out whatever pack makes the most sense for you. You will make your personalized site that is free for eternity, as long as you maintain your brand, as long as you have an account. And then you would be up and running. You would have your holiday shop up and running and ready to take advantage of all of these $960 billion or whatever it is in sales that are about to occur. You would be there at prime time. Also, make sure you get back to whomever sent you to this event. They will be the person that can help gather the information for you, or to connect you to me or whomever else. And if you are a winner, screenshot this, please. So Sandra Santiago, if you could screenshot this, and then whoever we're about to draw for the next drawing, be sure to email me at happyskinhappylife@gmail.com to claim your prize, and I'll make sure that you get it. So with Michelle, I forgot that you maybe can't talk to us again. I'm going to add you to the screen just in case your microphone works.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I
How
fixed it.
exciting for the grand
I fixed
finale.
it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can actually share the screen because that's fun. But if I can't, I'll just tell you all. Let's. Oh no, I think I can. Okay, here we go. Can you all see this?
No, not yet. I got to edit. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
All right, guys.
This is exciting.
Names. Let's see who the winner is. Oh, I got Sarah on there twice. Sarah Morrison.
Sarah Morrison, you are our winner of the $150 to go to apply to your newer order. So hopefully you'll want to get started on your holiday shop, and we can apply that toward your holiday shop startup pack, or however you choose to spend it. So thank you everyone for taking time out of your night to spend here with us. This will continue to be at this actual site. So if someone didn't get it on that you thought, or if there's someone in your life that you're like, you know what, you should open a holiday shop with me. This would be so much fun. And you all could earn all that money together on these bonuses over the next year, maybe even our next trip. You never know, friends. You never know. Be sure to get back to whomever invited you. You can share this link ongoing, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Thanks so much. Bye.